Hello guys, today as you can see we are starting my 2-week series, if you can't see that, 2-week series, I don't know if I spelled that right, of how to crochet. So let me just put away the books and the things real quick, but first I want to tell you that I'm using this wool from the brand is Charity, and this is cream and it's 4-ply, so it's 4, like the weight is 4, and I'm using a darning needle, a scissor, and a crochet needle that is 3.5 millimeters. So I do advise you to have a darning needle that is metal, because this one is pretty sensitive. Okay. So first I'm just going to take like a few strands of that wool, and if you notice that this wool and the fabric that I'm using to crochet on are the same color, or maybe let me say almost the same color. So first we're going to learn how to hold the yarn. So with your left hand, you are going to pinch on your yarn with your 2 fingers, and then just like I did here, these 2 fingers at the back are holding on the yarn. This finger is like the place where I wrapped around the yarn, and then with my thumb and this other finger I use all of that to pinch the yarn. So I'm going to teach you the easiest way to make a slip stitch. So as you can see, so what I do is that I go under, then I come back around, go under again, and I tighten very tight. So let me just show you again. You go under, you go upside down, you come back up, go under again, and you tighten. So that's the method that would be using, but make sure to not make it like too tight. I think I made it too tight over here. So today, as you can see on the top here, we're going to be making a bow, and that's what the book is for. So for small, you are going to chain 10 and you're going to make 6 rows. For medium, you're going to chain 14 and you're going to make 8 rows. For large, you're going to chain 18 and you're going to make 10 rows. So going to be making single crochets. So now I have a duty to teach you how to chain. So like the way we make the slip knot, we're going to go under, and you're going to have like 2 loops now, but the second one is not like loopy. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pull your hook down to go through that bottom loop, and that's your first chain. You'll see that it makes V's, and those are your chains. So you go again under, under. So I've made 3, and then I'm going to chain so now I've chained 10 because I'm making my size small. And after you have chained 10, what you're going to do is that you're going to crochet from the right to the left, and that's the only way you can crochet. From the right to the left, not opposite, not any other way. And so I'm going to skip the first chain over here, and I'm going to insert my hook into the chain space, and you will see that it makes like 2 loops. And then I'm gonna yarn under again, and I'm gonna pull through one, which is like the loop that I went into. Pull through one, and now I have like 2 loops on my hook, and then I'm gonna yarn under and pull through both of them. So that is called a single crochet. That is how you make a single crochet. So that is how you make a single crochet. So you insert your hook, yarn under, pull through one, yarn under, pull through both of them. So now I have made 2 single crochets. So we're going to make single crochets from the right to the left, and when you get here, I'm going to show you what to do. Sorry. So now I've made a row of 9 single crochets, and since like we skipped one chain, we have like 1 single crochet. In almost every project, you're going to skip a few chains, and you're going to skip 1 chain at least. So now what you're going to do is that you're at the end of the row, and as I said, you can only crochet from right to left. So what you're going to do is that you're going to chain 1, just like we did. Let me show you one more time. Just like we did in the beginning. And just a reminder, I am doing a small bow. So like I mentioned in the beginning, small you chain 10 and you make 6 rows of single crochet. Medium you chain 14 and you make 8 rows of single crochet. Large you chain 18 and make 10 rows of single crochets. So now you're gonna chain 1 like I just did here, and you're gonna turn your work. So from here to there, and you're gonna notice that it made like chains at the top. So what you're going to do now is that you have chained 1 and you've turned your work into under these chains. You're going to go under this chain, yarn under, pull through these 2 loops that are making the chain, and then now you have like 2 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn under and pull through both of these loops. So insert your hook, so now you have 2 rows of single crochets. So what you're going to do while continuing is that you're going to chain 1, make the next row. You're going to chain 1, turn your work, make the next row of 9 single crochets, then chain 1, turn your work again, make a row of single crochets until you have 6 rows, 8 rows, or 10 rows. So while I'm doing that, I'm just going to do this off camera, and then I'm going to come back and show you the next step. So now this is what I have. I have 6 rows of the 9 chains. Yeah. So after you have 6 rows, 8 rows or 10 rows, you're gonna chain 1, gonna leave maybe like a few inches, and then you're just gonna snip that off. And then you're just going to pull out your hook and then tuck on that piece of wool. So now this is what you have. So this is when your darning needle starts to come in. So what you're going to do is that you're going to, like a normal needle like you would with sewing, you just do what I do and you won't get lost. It's like you're sewing, but you're not sewing. This is called weaving in. So like it's basically, it's basically just like hiding the ends of the thing that you're crocheting. And then I'm gonna chop this off. So I just hid the tail under 2 single crochets, but you can do it right across, but I was just afraid to do it like right across because I'm using a plastic needle. And you do the same to this needle, this. So now I'm done with that, and for the second step, you're gonna take your wool, and this is optional. You can just take a piece of wool and like wrap it around on the middle to make like your bow shape, or you could just do it the way I'm doing it. So what I'm gonna do is that again. I'm gonna make a slip knot, and then instead of chaining 10, I'm going to chain, let's say 4. So like I said, this is optional. And then you're going to skip 1 chain and you're going to make single crochets right across. Chain 1, turn your work, more single crochet. So you can make this for like, I don't know how many rows, but as long as it's long enough to wrap around this and like form that bow shape. So I'll just make more rows. So remember, chain 1, turn your work, insert your hook under the V, yarn under, pull through the V, yarn under, pull through both loops, and continue doing that until you have enough rows. So now this is what it looks like. So don't cut off the wool, but I do recommend that you weave this in before continuing with the project. So now what you're going to do is that you're going to take thing and like do what I'm doing here. Just make the middle part small enough so that your fabric can fit around, and then make single crochets with that opportunity. So just like I'm doing, you're gonna do like that. You can even decide to like sew them together instead of doing what I'm doing. Sew the two parts together with your darning needle, or you could use this method, which is the no sewing method. I'm pretty sure you guys didn't see that, so let me just do that one more time. It's like connecting fabric together. So like now this is what it looks like. Then I'm just gonna straighten it out. And if you did not see what I was doing, what I did is that like I wrapped the fabric around my thing, my other fabric, and then like first I pinched it and then wrapped my fabric around it, around the other fabric that I made, and then I did this. So let me just undo. Okay, so you see, here it is. Let me just put that together. And here's my fabric. So what I did is that I just inserted my hook into one of those spaces and under, pull through. It's like the same as making a single crochet, but it's different. So then I turn to the other side like I just did, and then so this is what I did. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut this off, but before that we're going to chain one to secure it, and then I'm just going to weave in the ends. Let me just shape it up. So this is what it looks like. Then I'm going to weave in the ends and I'll be back with you. So now this is what it looks like, and remember this is optional, so instead of doing this you could just wrap a piece of wool around it, but I decided to do this, and maybe you want to attach like something onto it, like a ribbon, so like you can just cut in the middle of the ribbon and like attach it from like the back, or you can get those strips that are like flexible just like the ribbon. But anyway, this is the end of the tutorial. So this is the end of the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial of how to make a bow, and this was the first day of the 2-week series of knowing how to crochet. So if you enjoyed this content, please don't forget to like, consider subscribing, and comment how was the experience for you. And until then, I'll see you. Bye.